when we're talking about this whole area, which this lecture is called Cannabis 101, we're talking about different legal issues, and one legal issue is essentially, okay, I don't care, I've got figured out, I'm going to get this thing done, I want to be a cannabis entrepreneur. First question is, what kind of entity do you want to choose? And you know, that sounds simple, but it's not. So there's different considerations. What are the state requirements? Are you going to be profit or nonprofit? What are the tax considerations? How about the oversight and regulation? Are you medical adult use? What is your governance? And of course, IR, Internal Revenue Code 280E, which we'll talk a little bit about here. So what are the choices? You could be a sole proprietorship, which is the easiest way to do things. But it gives you no protection whatsoever, being a corporation. You could be a limited liability corporation, which is easiest, but it creates personal exposure. Now we'll talk again about 280E, which is a provision of the tax code, which limits the amount of deductions you can take. You can be a limited liability partnership, an S corporation, or the most complex of which is a C corporation. If you came into my office, and I would probably push you towards a C corporation. Even though there's double taxation, there's the most protection. So at this point, the biggest issue for me is protection. Unless you're looking to set up shop and close it in 18 months, you got to protect yourself. And depending on what the collection laws are of your state, could you lose your house? Could you lose your bank accounts? Generally, IRAs and other pension things are protected. In my state, homes are protected if you own with your spouse, and what's called tenancy by the entirety. But you can lose everything if you get raided at some point, and that's always a real possibility. So C Corps are what we are steering people towards now.